Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing today, man? Happy holidays to all the people who celebrated Martin Luther King Day today, who are often celebrating the holidays. I hope you enjoy your day. Have a great day. But this is Gregory Wilds coming live to you from Houston, Texas, with this inspirational morning walk. Let's see, we just about freezing here right now. It just kind of was 34 a few minutes ago. I think it go up 1 or 2 degrees right now. So it's a little cold for me to walk outside, but I will still find a way to get something done. I'll be in the gym a little later on and I'll get some work done there. But I hope you're having a great day, guys. I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to still get my word out. Mr. Lewis Clark, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? How are you doing? All right. So hope you guys have the weather that is expected. Whichever part of the world you are, you're having the weather that is expected of this time of the year. We're kind of getting some real winter now. All right, guys. So what I'm going to talk about today, man, what I'm going to talk about today is but hearing the word and doing, hearing and doing, right? Hearing and doing. And we're going to shed some light on what this means, because again, I know a lot of people have the breakthroughs to look in to make the New Year's resolutions, and they're trying to get the breakthroughs, and lots of time we don't get a breakthrough by this time in the year, or not a week or two, we kind of give up on those resolutions and we realize we're back to square one. All the things we want to change in our life is not, we back to where we started out, and it's because some simple reasons, right? And that's what we're still trying to help people to get those breakthroughs. So we're going to shed some light on today about hearing and doing, listening and doing of the word, right? So we're going to start with first of all, last Friday, man, I'm sorry for the people. I had some issues with the phone, just couldn't get it to do what I wanted to do, and I guess the enemy was probably trying to stop me from hearing this word, but we'll get it out today. All right, this is the same thing that they're trying to do on Friday. All right, so hearing, listening, and doing of the word, right? So understand this. We can start from James 1:22. We can go to right, James about 1:22. We're gonna go to about 25, right? They say, understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. You must all be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. Human anger does not produce the righteousness God desires. So get rid of all the filth and evil in your lives, and humbly accept the word God has planted in your hearts. For this has the power to save your souls, right? And the part I want to get to here is, but don't just listen to God's word. But up here, I want to point out, you say, get rid of all the evil and filth in our lives, right? Get rid of all the evil and filth and humbly accept the word, right? Then he said, but don't just listen to God's word. You must do what it says. Otherwise, you are only fooling yourselves, right? He said, but don't just listen to God's word. You must do what it says. Otherwise, you are only fooling yourselves. For if you listen to the word and don't obey it, he gave an example. What are you doing? Good morning, Tessa. Good morning. How are you doing today? He said, for if you listen to the word and do not obey it, it is like glancing at your face in a mirror. You see yourself, walk away, and forget what you look like. Right? So he said, if you hear the word, and there's a reason why they use a mirror here. There's a couple of reasons why you use this example as a mirror. Because back in the days, they didn't have these crystal clear mirrors like what we have here now. They have to polish metals to get a shine so they can see the face. So they had to take a really deep look into these objects what they use as mirrors, right? To really see the face properly. So they had to take a deep look into it. So he's saying, you take a deep look, you look into this mirror, you see all the flaws, you see all the bumps, you see all the pimples, the ladies, the makeup is not on right. The men, we are here unkept, we didn't shave, we're not looking so presentable to go on the road. He's saying, if you hear the word and you don't do it, that's what you do. And then you still go out on the road the way how you are, after you take a deep look and you see all the flaws in yourself. He said, if you hear the word, and you don't you don't do it, he said that's what you're doing. You still going out on the road in the unkept state, seeing all the flaws, but you still going out. You say you're fooling yourself. You say you're fooling yourself, right? And then he went on to say, but if you look carefully into the perfect law that sets you free, you hear what he's saying, right? He says scriptures. He said, if you look into the perfect law that sets you free, and if you do what it says and don't forget what you hear, then God will bless you for doing it. So now what he's telling them, you're looking into the mirror. You're using the law, or if you want to call them scriptures, but I like the word law, to look at yourself in the mirror, right? To look at yourself in the mirror. And he's giving you the prescription. You see those bumps, you see those pimples, you know, he giving you the prescription how to heal all of that imperfections in us, as he's saying. So when you use the scriptures as a mirror to look yourself in, I'm going to tell you this, it is a humbling experience if you never did it before. It is a humbling experience. What I mean by that, now you got to measure yourself on these laws. That's why I use the word law, right? He said, but if you look carefully into the perfect law that sets you free, right? That's what is going to set us free. That's where our breakthroughs are, following these laws. So he said, if you look now at the law, right? And look at yourself. Use the law as a reflection of yourself. How am I doing? God said to give to the poor. Let me look at myself in the mirror. Am I giving to the poor? Let me see how I look about giving to the poor. That's why you're looking into the mirror of the law and looking at yourself into the mirror and see what image you're getting back. God said to love thy neighbor as thyself. Let me look into the mirror of the law of love thy neighbor of thyself. Let me see what image am I getting back. Am I loving my neighbor like myself? Am I, following these laws? What image I'm getting back when I look into the mirror? Man, it's a humbling experience. It is a humbling experience. We got to talk about anger. Here we say here above, understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. This is James 1:22. You must all be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Human anger does not produce righteousness. How am I doing with anger? Am I getting angry? Let me look at myself in the mirror of anger. See what image I get back. Right? It does not produce righteousness, he said, right? So this is what he's saying here. If we hear the word, we got to be able. Renita, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? If we hear the word, he's saying, now we don't do it. That's why I try to take my time to break it down and explain it. So if you hear it, you got it, but you don't do it, he said, you're fooling yourself. It's like you're looking in the mirror, seeing all the flaws, seeing all the imperfections in yourself, but you did not change it. But yet still you're walking out there thinking people's not going to notice it. People is not going to notice. My makeup is not on right. My hair is unkept. I just wake up. I didn't even wash my face properly. But you want to go out on the street and hoping people don't notice. No, I look good, man. I look good. I could go to this meeting just like this. I could go to work like this. I could go. And that's what he's saying you're doing when you hear the word and not do it. You look yourself in the mirror. You see all the imperfections, stuff that you can change. And he said, if you just follow the law, measure yourself up to the law and follow it. And then there's like you correcting it's like you washing your face now. It's like you comb your hair, you putting on your makeup right, you're using the little cream that you put on those little acne, the pimples, and you're smoothing out your face before you go on the street. That's what he said, when you hear the word and do it. That's what you are doing, man. Right? And here we said here, the perfect law that sets you free. This is what is going to set us free, guys. This is what is going to get us our breakthroughs. This is what got to get us our blessings. So which part of our lives we're in a spiritual cage? We're in certain parts of our life, we're in spiritual cages. And he said this law, the perfect law, is going to set you free. Remember, we talk about hearing the word and the word become flesh, right? So when you use these scriptures and follow these laws, is God's and Jesus' assistance you got right there with you, right? Right there with you. Right there with you. So let's measure ourselves up and look into the mirror of these laws. What the Bible say about wisdom? You want wisdom, right? What does it say? Let's look into that mirror. Am I doing what the scriptures say about wisdom, right? What the law say about direction? But getting direction. Let me look into the mirror of direction. Do not lean on your own understanding, he's saying, but just follow the word. Do not lean on your own understanding. Am I doing that? Am I leaning on my own understanding? Let me see the image I get back when I look at that. What did the law say about marriage, right? We're having problems over marriage. What it is, he said to leave and cleave, right? He said the women respect their husband, and a man should love his wife like that, like how Christ loved his church. No, as a man, you gotta look yourself in the mirror. Am I loving my wife as the way Christ loved his church? Am I willing to die for my wife? Am I doing all the things what Christ did for his church? Let me look into the mirror and see what image I get back. And he said, if you don't like the image you see, you change it. But he said, if you don't change it, you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself, and you're walking with all of those imperfections, and you're fooling yourself, hoping no one notices it. But so you do, right? As a woman, you gotta look and say, am I respecting my husband? Let me look into the mirror. Am I respecting my husband? That the way God says I should respect him, right? That's just a few examples. We talk about a lot of these little laws. But you gotta look into the mirror. Like I said, measure yourself. Use these scriptures, these laws as your mirror. Man, when I did that a few years ago, I'm still doing it. It's a humbling experience if you do it when you're doing it for the first time. It's a humbling experience. Then you realize how imperfect you are. But as you start to clean stuff up and start to follow these laws, the image get a little better. It get a little better. It get a little better. You just got to keep chipping away, because all those pimples and bumps and everything is not going to go away right away. It's a process, but you keep working on it. It's like the doctor give you some cream to apply and said, oh, it might take, some time. Be patient. But you got to keep applying it every day. You got to keep applying it every day. You got to keep applying it and be patient. And that's how you keep following these laws, trying every day. And then your image is going to clear up in the mirror. Mr. Oswin Smith, good morning. Good morning. Mr. Darius Ford, good morning, guys. Good morning. Well, I can leave it there. Don't want to go on too long. I know people trying to go and enjoy the holidays. But guys, let's look into the mirror. And he said, if you hear the word and don't do it, you're fooling yourself. It's like looking into a mirror, seeing all the imperfections and not trying to change it. But if you hear the word and do it, that's what's going to set you free. That's what's going to get you your breakthroughs here in 2022. Nothing else but hearing the word and doing it. All right, guys, I'll leave that there. It's Marcy Wiles. Good morning. Good morning. Have a great day. We'll talk again on Wednesday. Goodbye.